Should have gone to therapy, episode 4.
Wait, hold on. I just need to go over my notes quick, innit?
What? No.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. How did you prep?
Mentally. Mental notes I made.
Well, you didn't write anything down?
I did in my... Oh, it's on my notes on my phone. But I know what I wrote.
Yeah.
It wasn't much.
When did you prep?
When we were meant to... The day before we went to do it last week. Okay. And then a little bit today as well. Just to get it refreshed in my brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
How did you prep?
I prepped yesterday.
Okay.
After work.
Oh shit!
I just wrote things down.
Is this gonna be in there? Yeah, fair enough. Before we get into that, what you been saying, bro? I feel like I've not spoken to you in ages, bro. You've been busy. You must have been super busy. No time to text your friends or nothing, bro. You must have been busy, bro.
Yeah, I was busy with work and stuff, but you know, I kind of just needed a bit of space as well. If I'm honest.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's really it, man. I just kind of just needed, like, nothing in terms of.
From me?
No, not from you.
Oh.
Like, nothing in terms of I didn't want to speak to anyone. I just feel like I just need to kind of just just.
But you had a pretty social weekend. I just saw these in the shop, by the way. Rolos.
Nice.
Do you want one?
No, I'm not going to eat whilst we're recording.
Yeah, it's still warm up. Warm up.
You
want one?
For warm up, yeah, go on. Yeah, man, I just need a couple of days just to fucking... I don't even know, man. I just needed to...
Rest? But did you rest? Because you were active.
Yeah, I mean, on the weekend I was active. Obviously, I went to the wedding on the weekend.
Yeah.
And on a Sunday was a chill day, really. But yeah, got some like planning and stuff done on Sunday.
What, for the week?
Yeah.
Okay.
But obviously prior to that, like the Friday and the Thursday, like obviously I cancelled Thursday because just a bit of like, there's a project at work or multiple projects at work that I've got like deadlines coming up. I've got to do work towards it. I kind of felt a bit overwhelmed with them in a way because I was like, the work that I'm doing, it's not been done before, and I've got ownership of a lot of things, and a lot of the stuff that I need to do, like I've not actually found out what I need to do in terms of there isn't actually like specific tasks or steps that I need to follow. So a lot of it is more like myself taking the initiative.
So if you just got an end goal, you need to do this.
Yeah, I've got an end goal, but I don't have
they've
not given me any step-by-step instructions. So it's down to me to basically develop the steps and the tasks and
then execute
everything. So I'm faced with certain challenges that I'm just like, oh, how do I overcome this? Yeah. And sometimes, like when you're faced with those challenges, it's like, fucking, I'm just staring at the screen. I don't really know what to do, but you just have to just go into like this experimentation mode. Do you know what I'm saying? I've granted that maybe a few hours of it was like overwhelming. I'm like, oh, fuck, I can't be bothered. So procrastinate a bit as well. But ultimately, when you get to it and then you start tackling the challenges and you just start experimenting and you just start researching and everything, like eventually starts coming together. It's like you have an end goal. No one's telling you exactly what the path is. You just have to find out that path yourself. But just like research and experiment, learning and developing your skills, like through whatever resources you have available. So, yeah, man.
So that's why you've been ghost for the last few days.
Yeah, basically. And also about me being a bitch about it as well. So,
what do you mean?
Just being a bitch about it. Just me like, oh, it's just hard.
You ignored all my calls. That's it.
Sorry, bro.
No, you don't have to apologize. People who are,
No, I apologize, bro.
You're entitled to your space.
Because obviously, called me, messaged me. I didn't really respond. Like,
I was just checking you okay.
Yeah, no, I'm still alive, bro. But
that's what I text you actually.
Yeah.
But then when you said, yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah.
I didn't text you again. Because there was a point where I was like, it's not like. Is
that what you said back to? Is that the same thing you said to the girl that asked you?
Okay, yeah. I see what you're trying to do. Yeah.
I was asking, is that the same thing you said?
I wasn't actually worried.
I'm just asking, is that the same thing you said?
I said, yeah, I'm alive.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I basically said, yeah. Yeah, I said, ha.
So in this situation, you was the girl and
I was your friend and your client trying to talk to you about the weekend activities.
I still kept your...
etc.
Did I not still get your...
No, because you're trying to make me look like a bitch right now. And then... I thought it's not like Nana not to return my calls. I must have called you 2, maybe even 3 times. I was like, all right. Then it was the next day, so I was like, are you alive?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, bro, I'm alive.
Cool.
I said, okay, cool.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you checking up on me, innit?
So I just wanted my workout down, to be honest.
Yeah, but I still got that done for you.
Just about. I had to threaten you.
Just about. You're right, just about. Like I said, as part of it was just me being a bitch about it as well, in terms of just...
Why? Why are you being a bitch?
Just questioning whether do I have the abilities to be able to do all of these things. Do you know what I mean? And then...
What things?
Just like work things. Do I have the skills? Do I have the abilities? Managing, trying to do the podcast thing at the same time, with the training thing as well at the same time.
Stop being a bitch, bro. Stop being a bitch.
You're right. I actually just, let's say that to myself. Stop being a bitch.
Yeah, fair. Take it. Yeah, you took the weekend. You had a nice time. It's done now.
Stop being a bitch and get on with it.
How are them work projects looking? Because I know you were a bit thingy about them last week.
No, they're looking all right now, man. It's just, like I said, it's just development. Like, it's iterative. I don't even know what the fuck the word is that. Iterative. Yeah, it's just iterative.
What does that mean?
Like, you iterate, you just...
Reiterative? When you reiterate something, you do it, say it again, no? Or repeat
Yeah, but like iterative is also like you just keep making adjustments to it as it goes on. So like it's just not in the final, at the current stage, it's not in the final. It's a word, bro.
Flag on the play.
That's what I Googled it.
Iterative?
Yeah.
What is the iterative process? The practice of building, refining, and improving a project. Boom, you were correct.
I know.
2 points for you. I didn't know, I just wanted to see what it meant.
Nah, it's cool. But yeah,
they're looking good.
Yeah, they're looking good. But like I said, it's when it comes to challenges, like we're facing a challenge with this podcast right now. It's an iterative process.
Yeah.
Like we just keep refining it.
Now I understand what the
word
is.
Yeah. Okay. We keep refining it. We keep making adjustments. We keep adapting it until like there's always just room for improvement.
Until we have a bitch weekend and give up. So we say we can't do it.
But then you go back to it and you iterate again. As long as you go back to it, as long as you don't let, you don't dwell on the bitchness.
How was the wedding?
Yeah, wedding was cool, bro. It was fun. So her friend, like her parents are quite well off. So the reception was in their back garden.
Big one.
Set up a marquee in their back garden. So yeah, it was good. Obviously they did a church wedding, the reception. Yeah, I got waved, bro. I woke up the next morning, I was hanging. Like we've had like 3 weekends in a row. Out of all the 3 weekends, the wedding weekend was the one that I woke up most like
heavy.
Yeah, I probably got most waved.
What were you drinking?
It was just the fucking Prosecco, man. It was Prosecco. No, they don't do Prosecco. Shit. They do champagne, sorry. Champagne. Yeah, they do champagne.
Champagne.
Yeah.
You
they do champagne, them lot. Yeah, the champagne got to me. And all like it's different. Because when you're at a wedding, you drink different drinks as well. That's what happens. So...
Get me a beer, bro. Get me a beer.
I started with a beer.
Yeah.
Then I went into the champagne. Then there was a bit of wine.
Oh yeah, wine junk.
Yeah.
You love a bit of wine now.
And then at the end it was freaking tequila as well.
There's your hangover.
Nah, tequila doesn't give you a hangover.
The mix.
Bro. Exactly. I think when you're at a wedding, obviously if you're there with your missus, naturally you're going to have, there's going to be that connection. Or maybe like discussions that spark off that in terms of...
Not even
how would your wedding look like?
Conversation, but did you have them thoughts when you were there at the wedding?
What thoughts?
About your own wedding?
Yeah.
What did you think?
What did I think about my own wedding?
Yeah, like did you see certain things and be like, oh, I'm not going to have that at my wedding? Or see something and be like,
do you know what I did think about actually? I thought about like groomsmen and that's what I thought about. Groomsmen. Groomsmen? Yeah.
Who would you have? How many would you have?
That's what I'm saying. Like you got you can't have him. It can't be everyone, innit?
No, but you can't have 20 men.
It can't be everyone.
I think a good number is 5, like a 5-a-side team.
5 is tough as well.
5 and a keeper.
Yeah, to
5-a-side and a keeper.
To limit it to 5 is it's a bit of a tough one.
Bro, if you're getting, what are you saying, like 9, 10?
How I looked at it, I feel like there was a bit of a not a sinister way of looking at it, but it was just more like, would they have me as groomsman as well? You get me? But I don't think it's fair to look at it that way. You just gotta look at it in terms of like,
who would you have if you had to pick 5 now?
Nah, I can't say now.
Me, if I'm not on the team, I'll flip tables.
You'll be the keeper.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm joking.
That's fine. I'll be there.
You're a keeper, innit? That's it.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Listen, if I'm not there, I'm not walking, bust down the wedding.
But you don't want to get married, though, do you?
No, but that doesn't mean just because I would never get married.
Have you got a selection that you can say right now?
I think if I was to get married, I would fuck off to another country, just quickly do it, and then surprise everyone I'm married.
Yeah, good way to do it.
The politics for me is too much, bro. I don't even care that much. So I'd just be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Quickly sign the papers, and then we'll come back and just invite everyone to a party.
Good way. Well, if your missus wanted she wanted the whole shebang. She really wanted to do.
She better find someone else to marry.
Fair.
I'm not doing a whole big wedding.
I mean, that goes to make sure you choose your partner, innit? Make sure you choose the right partner. That's it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, you think you'll have a big wedding? Your girl's from Essex, so
I don't know. She's not really. Like, I don't think she's really too fussed about it in terms of like she's never really been too fussed about it. Like we've obviously had discussions about it.
Already?
Yeah, like kind of just normal discussions about it. Like not into
do you want everyone to get married
like not into in details. And she's kind of just said she's not really thought about it. So who knows, man? Who knows? That's obviously down the line. So we'll see.
That's pretty positive to hear.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I think financially as well in this day and age, we got so much to worry about. So throwing a big dinner, which is frankly how I see it, I get it. It's a declaration of your love, but in front of all these people, some of which you haven't seen for God knows how long, some of which are your groomsmen just because it's political and I have to make them my groomsmen. You get me?
Yeah.
But
there's too many. Like,
you could put a deposit on a house for a wedding.
That's true.
You could go traveling and build your relationship for a year and come back stronger than if you just got married and then the next day you're like, we're married.
Yeah. Could do it like that as well. Yeah,
but I get it, man.
There's a lot. There's
weddings.
Yeah,
I like weddings. I think they're fun.
No, weddings are good fun, man.
I think they're fun to go to. So
weddings are good fun.
I'm all for a wedding. Just
not yours.
No,
that's it.
No thanks.
That's it. What about your week, bro?
It's been alright.
Yeah.
Went to New York.
Go on. Well, yeah. What you been up to? You want to get?
Went to New York. Been GM a few times. Yeah, it's been alright.
Yeah.
Been a bit, meh, but it's been okay.
You feel like that?
Yeah.
Well, why has it been?
I don't know.
What do you feel like?
Just been going to work, coming home, sleeping, going gym, going to work.
How's it been for you in terms of just getting things done?
Just trying to have a bit of a routine, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is obviously nicely links into our topic for today of routines, but just been trying to have a routine.
Yeah.
But it's hard because I'm trying to have a routine. I think with so much, it's just getting a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
And how do you keep? It's been getting very repetitive for me. So I found like even though, obviously that's what a routine is, isn't it? If you're gonna follow a routine, it's repetition, and I know that's what we need to do. But I just need to keep it also interesting. Because sometimes it's just really not. Do you know what I mean? Like I know that I should. I looked at. Oh my god, bro! I looked at my screen time last week. Oh my god.
But what? Just on like Instagram and TikTok.
TikTok. Instagram, TikTok. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get this app.
What are you looking on there? What are you just going through the feed? Is that it?
Yeah, but there's been a couple of times, like maybe more since I seen my screen time the other day. Yeah, there's been a couple of times I've been doing the same thing, and I'm scrolling, and then I'm watching a certain video, and I'm thinking, I have to just snap myself out of it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why am I watching what someone thinks about someone being linked to P Diddy, being linked to fucking Usher? I'm thinking, I don't care, bro.
Bro, you don't.
Get this out my face. And
You
then I
don't.
just come off it. And then I saw this app called Opal or something. Opal. I don't even know if that's what it's called. But it basically locks them apps on your phone. When you reach a certain
think you need them
time
measures?
limit. I think I'm going to do that, yeah. Because I do it when I wake up in the morning. My alarm goes off and I check my alarm. I don't even know how I do it. And then I've got a notification on Instagram. So let me just check it. Then I'm scrolling down the videos. Same on TikTok. Then I'll jump on WhatsApp. And then I'll see a missed call. So I'll return that call. Then I've done an hour. I'm not even out of bed yet, bro. I'm busting for a pee and I'm watching TikToks, bro.
It's bad. It's,
not even jumped out of bed.
I do feel like they are bad habits, but don't you feel like them measures can be, because what it's like negative reinforcement in a way, where maybe that's the wrong terminology.
No, it's not.
Right.
It's not a punishment for using them. It's just if you're going to use them, you've got. Not a punishment.
But like, let's say when you were younger, right, and your mum said, "Oh,
only half
an
an
example,
hour on the PlayStation."
Yeah. Do you not find ways to get more hours on the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
but then it's just gonna have to come from me. It's gonna have to just be that.
But what are the things? So when you ended up not spending more than half an hour on the PlayStation, right? When you ended up did sort of maybe complying with some of these like constraints. Like what were the things that enabled you to do that? It wasn't because your mum said, "Oh, you can only spend half an hour on the PlayStation." It was maybe because you started playing outside a bit more with your friends. Maybe because you started, I don't know. No? What did you end up doing then?
Playing on the PlayStation longer.
Nah, what I'm trying to say, yeah, you could. What I'm trying to say is. What I'm trying to say, because I'm trying to link this back into...
I need to do something else.
Exactly.
To take its place.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. But in order for something to take its place, that needs to not be an option. Because there's so much that can take its place now.
Yeah.
I do half an hour of reading every day, but I'm trying to do half an hour of reading, like to get more time. Let me do half an hour. Let me do 45 minutes. Let me do this.
Yeah.
But I'm struggling to bring my screen time down under 10 hours, bro.
Yeah.
So... It's just a swap.
But you've still been doing a half an hour reading every day, though.
I've not done it today, but yeah, I've done it most days.
That's good, though.
But if I can not have access to them apps, and it's so stupid because if I really wanted access to the app, I'd go on the app that I installed in order to stop me from using that app. So I just delete that app. You get me? Or turn it off like I can. Yeah. But I think it's just more. It's less of physically stopping me, and it's just a reminder of. It's out of hours right now, so you're not meant to be using it.
Yeah.
And just having that, oh shit, yeah, I forgot. Because honestly, I just zone onto it.
Yeah.
And before I know it, I'm on reels of... I've clicked on one reel and then scrolled down and it's not even fucking anything to do. I'm watching some guy in fucking Indonesia make eggs, bro, or something. Yeah. I don't know why, bro.
But have you ever felt like this before, though? In terms of the fact that you needed to take these measures?
Not this extreme, because before I'm thinking, it's not really stopping me from doing anything.
Yeah. Boom. That's what I was trying to get to.
But it's stopping me from doing stuff.
Yeah. So, because the stuff that you've actually...
I want to do.
You want to do now, and then you've developed... And you're seeing these as like social media, like in terms of like how you're using it, you're seeing it as a drawback to you actually making progress to these things. Like some people are on, but they're still on it, and they don't have the awareness that it's actually stopping them from doing certain things.
Doing stuff.
Exactly.
I
think even like the fact that you're thinking about it in this way, like the way you're thinking about it now.
Positive. Because
I feel like that's the same. It's been the same for me as well, in terms of in the past you'll just be on, like scrolling on Insta or going through the feeds or whatever, and you don't really care too much about it because you're like, oh, you're bored, you're just wasting time doing that. But if you know that is taking away the time that you could be spending on projects that you're actually passionate about or you have like deep interest in, then it's gonna start causing, like, you're gonna start feeling a bit of pain, wasting time. It's gonna.
Because that's what it is. I'm like, why am I watching this? And if it's a shit video, why am I watching a fucking dog chase around a fucking bunny rabbit when I could be doing this or this or this or this?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, let's put your phone down, bro. Let's crack on. But I've already lost half an hour before I have that reality check. Yeah. So I just think taking them measures that not block access, but remind me that I shouldn't be on it in those hours. Yeah. We'll just be like, oh shit, snap out of it. That's all I need, I think. I'm just going to go on Instagram. you're not meant to be going on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I think it's the, how I see it, right? You have to kind of go through that development of, okay, now you have something that you know that you have to, like, you want to work towards, that you care deeply about. You know that these are the things that are giving you constraints in terms of being able to work towards these things.
Yeah.
So, although it's ironic because Instagram and social media, like, it's going to be integral to what we're doing for our business.
Yeah.
But I feel as if, because I remember I said to you, oh, like, the procrastination going on social media, kind of like deleting Instagram and my phone. You're like, why? Because are you not trying to be an online coach? But in my head, I'm like, I need to grasp the concept first of immersing myself in the learning and development, the skill acquisition to be a good online coach. And in that way, when I get back to social media and when I start posting content, like, I will view it in a different way.
And know
like,
how to use it.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll view it for the purpose of building my business rather than the purpose of just like mindlessly scrolling through it. And in certain content that I see on there, I won't be looking at it for entertainment. I'll be looking at it for education. Do you know what I'm saying? So at least, but at the same time, like, that's what you have to. But if you're not working, like, you're not doing actual intentional work towards these things, then there's always going to be that gap between utilizing it for education and utilizing it for business in comparison to just using it for fun and entertainment.
Yeah.
So you can't just switch it off from one day to
no,
like,
I don't think I'll ever just I don't think I'm just going to delete it because it helps me even. This sounds like a shit excuse as well, but even like the people I follow, or the things that I follow now, certain ones give me creative ideas.
Yeah, of course. You'll feel like once you start getting into
tailoring it to what you need to do, which I've done more of. So it's less fake tits and more like actual informative videos now.
Yeah. Yeah, once you start getting into it.
Fake tits are pretty informative sometimes. Not bad.
I mean, it won't really have any relation to the podcast, but
we can talk about tits.
Huh?
We can talk about tits if you want.
We can talk about tits, actually. Do you know what? Actually, no, let's not even go there.
What?
It'll be irrelevant.
We can edit it out.
Nah, but it's just like diving into something that's not necessary right tits?
Now.
Huh?
What's it about tits?
It's about tits.
Let's talk about it for a minute.
It's about tits.
What?
Have you watched Race Across the World?
No.
Do you know who Kelly Brooks is? Huge.
Kelly what?
Bro, like.
They look real. Take biddies. Anyway, enough about titties.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Let's get back to. Let's talk about routines then, because obviously we've been touching on it a little bit.
Yeah.
But we've not really delved into it.
You start.
And that's why I wanted to. You want me to start?
Yeah.
So, cut this bit out as well, because I just want to quickly. Because I didn't go over it today.
What, you reading your notes?
I'm not reading my notes. I'm just reading.
Yeah, you can't. You don't have to cut. You don't have to cut that out. You don't have to cut it out.
I'm just reading the highlighted points.
Why do you want to cut that out?
Because I broke it down. Okay, cool. Okay, let's do it this way then. We can do it a different way.
We're trying something new today.
Yeah.
Nana wanted us to prepare for our thoughts so we can be more organised. He did it.
And so did you.
Yeah, I done it up here. He done it.
Don't try and act like you didn't do it, bro. You said you got it in your.
I did it, but I just thought the way I done it in my head was, I haven't got it on my phone really.
Oh, so you was lying.
I've got like, okay, so the way I done it.
You're lying with me.
No, I didn't. Let me tell you the way I done it. I wrote like routine.
Yeah.
Then I went. And then I started to think like, what is a routine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I have a routine?
Yeah.
Do my routines last?
Yeah.
Are they sustainable?
Yeah.
No. Then I stopped thinking about it.
But why are you stopping there?
It seemed like I was useless. I was like, well, I don't even have a good routine, so what the fuck, bruv?
Yeah, so then the next question is, why don't you have a good routine?
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Why is that?
You start, though. You start.
Okay, cool. Well, how I structured it was, how do I view routines first and foremost? Right? And for me, routine is something to help you organize yourself It's something to help build healthy habits, and it's also something to build consistency. So that's how I view routines, right? It's organization, healthy habits, and just consistency. Those three buckets.
That's what you think of a routine, or that's what you think of a good routine?
That's what I think. That's what I think of routines. When I think of routines, those are the three things I think of.
Okay.
Organization in the form of, obviously, if you're doing like a daily routine, like, you have certain things that's organized in your daily routine that, you're going to do this at this time, do that at this time. You're noting it down, and you also have awareness of what you're doing, like you're keeping track of it. So, and if you're able to do that if you do that repetitively, like day after day after day, you're building that consistency in that as well. And that just builds good habits as well.
Well, that's what you think of routine in general?
Yeah.
But then what about a bad routine? One can have a bad routine. I wake up every morning and I drink a can of Coke for breakfast, and then I have a wank, go back to sleep for 4 hours, wake up, order pizza, watch 6 episodes of my series of Netflix, and then go back to bed. That's a bad routine. If I
that is. I mean,
it's still a routine.
It's still a routine. Yes, you're right. So you can have good routines and bad routines.
Just your relationship is quite healthy.
But when I say organization, when I say consistency, when I say habits, it can also go the opposite way. So
like them bad ones.
Yeah, you can have bad habits. You can be unorganized, and you can be inconsistent.
So it's just routine is just about them 3 things.
Yeah.
Not necessarily whether
it's good or bad.
Where on the scale you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. No, it's fair. You made a fair point, though.
I was thinking maybe because maybe that's just our thought process, because you generally seem to have a fairly good routine anyway. And while I don't have a can of Coke for breakfast, my routine is probably sometimes all over the place.
Whereas I looked at it from obviously the positive sense, you're looking at it more from the negative sense in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's fine. I mean, but that's obviously first the awareness of that.
That might just be because my life is a mess. Not a mess, but an organised mess. But it's got some bad habits in there.
Yeah.
It's got some.
So how do you get into a good routine then?
I thought you were going to answer the question.
No, I'm asking you.
I don't fucking know, man.
I'm asking you, what are your thoughts to how you get into a good routine from your previous experiences? Because this is about us.
All of my previous experiences,
and it's about our experiences.
All of my previous experiences with routine are failures.
I doubt it, because you probably have had good routines in your life, right? That you just not recognized as good routines.
I'm trying to think. Since going to school, I don't know.
Boom, there we go.
Yeah, but that's it. Huh? Going to school. Then it was, all right, go to uni. We've spoken about how that ended. Then it's, I don't know what. Get up early. I don't get up
Your
early.
job?
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, I do that.
That's a routine in a sense as well, in terms of when you're at your job, like when they've built a routine for you in terms of what you have to do.
Yeah, that's
in those hours that you're at, that you're in your job.
Yeah, okay, that's all right. But the rest of it's pretty up in the air.
So that shows, that shows that you when you don't fail at routines, because you've been able to follow routines that have been set for you. Right,
yeah, I'm getting paid for it.
But the only thing that you're failing at,
not much. I'm getting paid for it.
But maybe the only thing that you're seeing as failure is the fact that you've not been able to set a routine for you, in which you allow that enables you to kind of chase like your personal goals and your personal targets.
Yeah.
But it doesn't show that you can't get into a good routine, because you have evidence of being able to get into a good routine.
Yeah, but that's, you're reaching with that, because that's like, a job is not really a good routine. It's a necessity. I don't even think that's a good routine. We have to work.
Bro, everyone has a job though.
No, but realistically, we need to work. Otherwise, we're pretty fucked. So that's not routine because I can follow a routine.
There's
that's
a lot
routine.
of people that are pretty fucked, bro.
There is, but that's routine for survival.
Yeah.
So if I don't work, I don't eat, and I don't have a roof over my head. So that's why I'm able to follow that routine. But I know that if I don't go gym, still gonna have a roof over my head. If
But
I,
isn't that
if I
fucked up,
don't
though?
cook and eat well, I'm still gonna have a roof over my head. If I don't read and learn and self develop, I'm still gonna be I'm probably still gonna be all right.
But isn't that fucked up though? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change my way of thinking on it.
Exactly.
It's hard.
It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's like the fact that we can, when a man tells us to do this, man meaning
The man. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We fucking jump up and do it. But for yourself, like, you struggle to do it. Or a lot of people struggle to do it. A lot of people struggle to get into that.
I think we all struggle, like, in certain areas to do it. Like, when it's for ourselves, when something needs to get the axe or we need to let someone down, it's always ourselves that we let down first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because when I was thinking about it, right, in terms of routine, I've thought about, okay, when are the times I've had, like, structured routines, right? And I've been, like, there's been results from those routines. I thought about school, bro. I thought about waking up at a certain time to go to school. The education system. The education system in itself, like, people can argue is flawed, etc. But obviously what that builds is, like, routine. It builds structure. But that is set up on us by the government.
Yeah,
or
and
by like society.
What structure does it build? What routine does it build? Get up, go to work, do as you're told, and then come home in
Exactly.
the afternoon.
Exactly. But that's the flaws in it, because when you're in that system, right, in terms of the education system itself, like, you're learning, or they're educating you on certain things that may not necessarily align with your way of learning or what your interests are, what your passions are. So you're being forced into these into learning certain things that aren't necessarily, doesn't probably suit your best style of learning, and also doesn't maybe interest you as much. However, that routine, like, people still see results from that, because people obviously go through that system and are able to, like, get GCSEs, able to get A levels. Do you know what I'm saying? Because of that set routine. Same with your job. Like, you're still getting paid because you're adhering to that routine. However, within that routine itself, perhaps you don't really give a shit about your job, right? But because you're doing it to get paid, you're still getting that result from it. So for me, I was just looking at it from a perspective of, you just have to be able to set a routine for yourself, right? Where you actually buy into the fact that the stuff that you're going to be learning about, the stuff that you're going to be sort of creating the healthy habits about, and tying that into your passion, or your, like, what you're interested in. In the short term, it may not seem as if it's paying off, but there's evidence from being in the education system, being in your job, that in the long term, like, these things will pay off. You just have to have that patience to just keep trusting in the process of the routine that you're building, and make your routine also like an iterative process as well at the same time.
I don't know what it is when it comes to just doing my own routine. When I'm the only person that needs to be accountable for it, I just feel like it's harder. And you must as well, because your routine is fairly good, right? But there's still shit I know for a fact that you will say it's not good enough, and there's still shit you let yourself down on, or don't do, or you could do more of, or whatever. Yeah. So how the fuck are we going to do that, bro? Because it's all good speaking on, like I said, I feel like every experience I've had with routine or personal routine, let's say, in the past has been a failure. And I can say that because I'm not where I want to be now. Not that I wouldn't have said I want to be here, and thought everything was going to go to plan. But I look at myself now, and I've tried to get, like, in good physical shape before. Yeah. Done it to a certain extent, failed. Done it again a couple of years ago, failed. Probably been the same since I was like 16 and I first fucking joined the gym. Whereas I know if I'd have gone every day since I joined that gym when I was 16, I'd be in immaculate shape right now. Do you get me? Yeah. But something has stopped me from going consistently over the last 14 years. 15 years. 15 years. Right? Yeah. What the fuck is going to change now, bro? What am I going to make me say, right, okay, now you have to go. Unless it's going to be the same thing that stops me from going on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah. And it's it links back to you're taking time away from other things, or you need to apply your time
Yeah,
to the
like
right things,
we're
but-
human beings, bro, and obviously there's like societies, like there's conditioning in society where I think naturally, obviously as human beings, we always try to look for the easy option or the easy way out and avoid the hard work as a protection mechanism for us, I view. But
What do you mean? Like we try and look for the easy route in order to protect ourselves?
Yeah.
Or in order to just get there? What do you mean protect ourselves?
Protect our, like avoid pain.
Or hard work?
Or hard work.
Okay, I'm with you.
You know, that's it.
Yeah. So literally just take the easy route.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly. So why you're not able to stick to your routine or stay consistent, obviously like with the gym example that you've given, perhaps it could be, it's tied to obviously that conditioning aspect of society. You know what I'm saying? And also kind of the natural tendency that you might have in terms of how you've been conditioned, like in regards to taking the easy way out as well. So you just have to try to reverse that in a way. And I think in order to reverse that as well, that's why I say I look at examples of where you followed routines for a long period of time. Like, why is it that you can do that in school? Why is it that you can do that for your job, but you can't do that for yourself?
Are you happy with your routine and how much you do, and are you sticking to what you say you're going to do, etc., for the most part?
Not entirely, because again, when I was reflecting on it, like there's obviously flaws in my routine as well. Like for example, like for me, I think I viewed routine so strictly that I felt as if I wasn't doing things in this way, and if I missed an element of it, then everything goes to shit.
I feel like that too.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like if I don't do the first thing, and my whole day's fucked.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do anything now. But I let myself believe that, bro.
That's the thing.
I actually let myself believe that. If I don't go to the gym today, my day's fucked. What am I going to do? I may as well just fucking order McDonald's breakfast if I'm not going to gym. Why?
Yeah.
Just to double down on the shitness.
That's
and then
the
I'm
thing.
feeling like shit and I go, I'm just going to sit in bed and watch Netflix, fuck reading.
And you know what? I don't actually understand or know why that's the case. Like, I can't give you the answer for that. But what I can say
Can you try?
Huh?
I need the answer for that.
Bro, I don't have the
I
answer,
need it,
bro. But from like when I was reflecting on it, what I can say is like there is no need to stick to. You can have flex in your routine. Like you can be flexible in your routine. I feel like if you have that perspective of I can still be flexible. Like if I miss something and it doesn't necessarily go in that order I need to do it, it doesn't mean like everything's over. Do you know? Because like although that routine is integral to getting you into the swing of doing things, like it doesn't mean that everything's over. You can still go into the next one and continue and go into the next one. So for me, how I was viewing it is like just like be flexible and be gracious with yourself in a way as well. Like in terms of just have grace for yourself. So because you missed something,
don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah. Like maybe you had a freaking.
But then it's catch-22 because don't be hard on yourself. But then you can't let yourself make excuses for shit.
Yeah.
So you gotta find the balance, surely.
You can't make excuses, but iterative. I think that's the word of the podcast today.
Iterative.
Yeah.
Just build on it.
You gotta build on it. You gotta adapt it.
Improve.
Yeah, you gotta adapt it. I think that's one thing I struggle to do when I fell out of my routine, right? In terms of adapting it and not being too harsh on yourself. So maybe you're setting your expectations too high for these routines, and you just need to be more like just make it a bit more realistic so you know you can get them done. You know, rather than trying to cramp everything in a whole day. Like maybe just do stuff that like just maybe spend a couple hours or whatever on these things rather than just trying to cram it in the whole day. If that makes sense. I was kind of losing my train of thought there.
A couple hours on each thing rather than doing it the whole day. a couple of hours over the course of
yeah, exactly.
like
so
an hour a day over the course of a week.
Yeah, so rather than just trying to be strict on
8 hours in a
yeah,
day.
trying to be strict on I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this towards the projects that I'm working on, and implement that in your routine. Maybe like that those expectations are being set too high, and it goes back to obviously what we discussed before in terms of like time management, prioritization. Obviously, all of these things kind of feed into routines as well at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's just you have to be adaptable with it, but you have to note down that you didn't manage to do it. You didn't manage to do this aspect of your routine the previous day, right? So maybe you're setting your expectations too high to do this on a regular basis. So you need to just adapt how you still go about being able to do that by just setting the expectations more realistically.
Well, there's a lot to do, and not even just on one thing. So let's just
there's a lot to do, but you have to be patient, bro.
I've got to edit an episode of the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Instead of doing 8 hours of editing throughout the day,
yeah.
I could do 1 hour a day for a week. Yeah. Or just over a week.
Yeah.
Then I've got a book I want to read.
Yeah.
I'm going to read for half an hour a day over that week as well.
Yeah.
Then I've got some videography stuff I want to learn. Let's say I'm doing an hour a day of that over the course of the week.
Yeah.
So before you know it, we're on 4 or 5 hours of stuff a day.
Maybe
so that still feels like,
but that's setting expectations way too high to feel like you can do all of that in one day.
Yeah.
So maybe you do, you spread that across the week in terms of on one of them maybe you do editing. Maybe you edit 3 days a week, right? And you spend an hour editing 3 days a week, and
that's basically what it is, really, because then I have to take into account work and stuff.
Exactly.
I was just taking into considering the days I'm at home.
Yeah.
But then it gets even harder because they're my days off, and I feel like I'm applying that time to other shit.
Yeah.
So then on a work day, I don't get time to edit. I don't get time to learn too much, self-development, YouTube, masterclass, whatever the fuck it is. I don't get to do it, really.
Yeah.
I rarely get to read unless it's on my break at work. I'll try and do half an hour of reading before I pass out. Yeah, that's it. And I'll try and maybe listen to an audiobook instead while I'm, again, for half an hour before I pass out or while I'm on the way to work or something.
Yeah.
But then when I go to work, I fall out of the routine. I can't get back into it when I get back. Before I know it, I go back to work. So I kind of just gave up and just started freestyling. Like, yeah, I'll wake up, I'll go gym, and I'll try and do as much as I can. And then whatever I don't do. But I need to snap back out of that because I was doing all right. I was doing well.
Yeah.
And I've only been feeling like this for the last week or so. But everything just needs to I don't know.
No,
I just need a fucking routine and be able to stick to it.
I think it's normal. It's normal to like have those periods where you fall out, and it sucks. It sucks when you fall out of your routine because I think we're just probably we're habitual people. Do you know what I'm saying? We like our routines. We like to.
You're on stopwatch now, yeah?
I didn't want to interrupt the podcast again.
Sorry, yeah, we're habitual.
But obviously, I start this stopwatch late. Yeah. What does your one say? 45?
58.
58? Fucking rotted. Yeah, we're habitual people. I think we like routines. I like routines because I feel like it gets me making progress. But at the same time, you've got to be realistic with it as well. Yeah. You know, if you're trying to do too much in a day, it can be overwhelming. It goes back to just that overwhelming feeling. And obviously, when you fall out the routine, it sucks. But I mean, if you take yourself, like, look at it from an outside lens looking in, like, you're doing a lot more than.
Sorry. If you're from an outside lens looking in.
Yeah, you're probably doing a lot more than you realize. And when you do fall out of your routines, I think you just need to probably remember, and I think this is what I've done recently as well. Maybe just like speaking to other people like we're doing now, but just remember that you're still making progress. You know, like although you might have been out of the routine strictly for a week, like in terms of that strict routine that you probably like to be in, you're still making that progress. And that's why I feel like sometimes when it comes to being too strict in your routines, it can have a negative effect because if you miss one thing, then you feel as if everything else will be affected in a bad way. So then you don't end up doing all the other things that you do. But to get into a routine, like when you say, oh, you just need a good routine, yeah, you have to kind of look at your lifestyle, I feel like, and look at what works best for you, and look at how you can just make it more realistic in terms of obviously setting the habits in those routines that will suit you best. I think some people like look at like morning routines and night routines and all that kind of shit. Well, I feel like it's funny because I feel like for me, I got a good morning routine, I got a good night routine. But what about the fucking afternoon routine? Do you get me?
The whole throughout the day routine.
Exactly. So people, if you go and like search routines, morning routine, night routine, like there's loads of examples like that. But there's a whole chunk of days still missing out.
Yeah.
And like, what can you do? And you probably even need a routine for when you fall out your routine.
How to get back into routine.
Exactly. Routine for how to get back into the routine.
Wow.
So it is about kind of like doing these little things, or like having these little strategies that you can implement that can help, get you back on track. So probably all comes back full circle. Just you need to create a routine for everything. A routine for when you fall out, a routine, morning routine, or afternoon routine, a night routine.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of fucking routines, ain't there?
Stupid, bro. But I hear it because I feel like even like when it's true though, and I think on my level I do it with places.
Yeah.
So you have your routine for when the days you're in the office. And you have your routine for the days you work at home, or from maybe the days you work at your missus' house, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're all different, and that's mine. Like when I go to India.
Yeah.
I go gym, I hit the sauna and the spa, have a curry, and I chill.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to start implementing routines as close to my routine at home as possible while I'm away.
Good point.
Because, and I have done it with the gym.
Yeah.
I do use the gym a lot more now when I'm away.
Yeah.
And I have adapted to how late I stay out the night before.
Yeah.
And, it all makes a difference. And I think I need to just start doing that a bit more and implementing smaller things like some editing or some reading, or if I am going out and exploring, I need to make sure I'm capturing content, or even if it's not content I'm going to use, practicing with my camera and making sure I'm making use of that time while I'm stepping outside. Okay, I might not be reading, I might not be learning, but then in comes the practical experience that you speak about. So you said there's 3 different ways to learn something. There's the theoretical, the practical, and something else. What did you say? How did you say it?
I can't even remember.
It's your fucking words, mate.
I can't remember.
When I said about learning new skills,
should have wrote it down.
You said there's three types of learning. There's the theoretical learning when you're reading and learning about it, or watching YouTube, whatever. There's the practical part of going and doing it, and there's something else. It's your fucking example.
I can't remember, bro.
Anyway,
I should have wrote it down.
I feel like after, when I am away and when I'm not on my laptop or doing stuff, part of that routine, if I'm going out, it just needs to be to get my camera and get it out and use it. I take my GoPro on every trip. It doesn't come out of my bag too tough anymore, bro.
Yeah.
I need to make sure I'm just got it in my hand, just to get in the routine of being in that headspace, or being in that, having that outlook, and then maybe it doesn't drag me out of my home routine too much, and I can just keep that going. Or that's going to be my plan moving forward on how I'm gonna. Let's see how that fucking goes, innit? Because so far, in the last 14 years, as we touched on, they've all been a fucking failure, my routines.
No, I think, to be honest, I think you make an interesting, like a really good point though, in terms of trying to get your the routine when you're at work and when you're on your trips as close to your home routine as possible. Because if you think about the examples that we gave in terms of routines in school, routines at work, it's day to day. It's like you're doing the same things every single day at the same times, in the same way most of the time. So it's day to day. It is harder when your day fluctuates, I feel like, or your day to day is very different, can be different. If you have to wake up at different times every day, if you have to So you are right, because I think I've realized that for me personally as well, in terms of my routine during the week, because I go to the office on Thursdays and and Tuesdays, I have to wake up a little bit earlier on those days to go into the office because of the commute. Then that means I wake up a little bit later. So the times I wake up are different on Monday compared to Tuesday. And I think even those small little things can shift the routines, like can shift the way you try to do things in order on your day. So I think you're right in terms of if you can try to keep it as close to what you do on a day-to-day basis as possible, it's better, because that repetition element is what ultimately will get you to master something at the same time. So yeah, one thing I did even like yesterday when I was kind of like planning my week was I kind of just, from that same perspective, because I realized like I need to try and keep things consistent as much as possible. So I've basically set my wake up time to be as close to the time I wake up to go into the office on Tuesdays. So
to keep it like that every day.
Exactly.
Sleeping
exactly. And it means I'm gonna have to wake up early on my non-office days as well. Mm-hmm. But I think I will see more benefits in just keeping that consistency, because it will mean that I have to make sure that
sleep at the same time and waking up at the same time is a great habit.
Exactly. So
I don't have that. I don't even have that fucking luxury, mate.
And yeah, for you, it is very difficult for you.
Everything up in the air.
It is very difficult for you, but I think you do have to really do the work and think about it in terms of regardless of wherever you travel to.
Stop bitching and moaning about it, because that side of things won't change unless I get another job, and I have no plans to do that at the moment. So the only thing I've got an option to do is adapt and make it fucking work.
Yeah, I think you really have to just.
Guess we've just got to do that.
Do the work and think about it in terms of how can you keep it as consistent as possible, given the various different time zones that you might be in. It will be hard, but bro, I'm sure there's people out there who are flight attendants that are managing it.
Yeah, there are.
You know, so maybe try to speak to them about it. And
no, I don't like them. No, just joking. Just joking.
Yeah, but you can probably YouTube something, like be like, oh, flight attendant routines. How do you keep, bro? I guarantee you, there's someone out there on YouTube talking about this shit as a flight attendant.
They're so washed that I don't want.
It doesn't matter whether they're washed. You're not looking at them because you
like them. Hi guys, I'm gonna tell you all about how I
you're not
eat in a hotel and don't do anything, just sleep all the time. Basically, I land, I don't talk to anyone, I go to my room. I have a kettle that I take with me, and I put super noodles in there. I cook that, I eat, I save all my money, and then I go to bed. That's what I do.
Don't get me wrong, I don't disagree with that. That's probably how it is. But you can look at it from the lens of, okay, like, look at the good things that they're doing, right? Because you're not trying to have their personality on you. You're just trying to make sure you're taking what their routines are, like the good elements of their routine, and implementing that for you. Like, you know, I'm definitely not going to watch those videos because I don't, I'm not trying to be I'm not a flight attendant.
Yeah, but it's not about it being a flight attendant. I just feel like it's not about how to.
No, but it is.
Fix it around my routine.
It is.
But I can do that.
But you can't.
Don't tell
not
me
by yourself.
No, don't interrupt me and tell me what I can and can't do.
But you can't. No, you just sat here and said 14 years of my life.
It's not.
I've not done this, that, and that. You know what I mean?
It's not the flight attendant part.
Huh?
It's not the flight attendant part then. So it's not about.
Well, you've been a flight attendant for what, like freaking 8 years?
5 years, 6 years, bro.
5-6 years.
I'm talking about deep-rooted, underlying issues.
Yeah, and it's the same. It's the same
routine. So me saying how the flight attendants do it, cool. That's nice. I'm not going to be able to take their tips and do it. I'm looking at a deeper, how the fuck do I just stay on track? It's the inner purpose shit you were talking about. And I feel like mine is building and I'm getting it, but I just want to get it faster. And I just want to do it more. And I just want something in my brain to just go, fuck it.
I want to get it faster as well, but bro, unfortunately it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I will get it faster if I work harder, and I'm just not working harder because I'm self-sabotaging. I don't know why. That's where I need to find out.
I'll say this, right? In uni, obviously didn't really manage to stick to a great routine in uni, put it that way. I could have definitely found out or learned new ways to get into a good routine at uni if I try to look or learn from others in terms of people that are in good routines, that are on the same course, that are in uni and trying to do, because there are people out there that can do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean that when you're learning from someone in a particular phase of life that you're in, that you're gonna that's gonna be the phase of your life forever. But you're adapting, like I say, you're learning about how to adapt to your current lifestyle from others that have already experienced that or are currently experiencing it and doing it to a high level, and then using that to then feed you to obviously elevate your level. That can help you with your personal goals as well at the same time. So when I say like learn from, like do research on other flight attendants, right, that seem to have good routines and kind of them talking about their routine, like that's you're learning from them in terms of what their routine is, but then you're using kind of
the good elements to
exactly
and adapting them to suit my lifestyle.
Exactly. Because you can directly relate to what their
same struggles.
Exactly. It's that 1% each day as well mindset that you have to have.
My mum says this, bro. She was like, look at these new gym tops I've got and it says 1% better every day. I'm like, where'd you get this from, bro?
But it's no, to be honest though, I think it's because I've thought about this a couple of days ago as well, when I feel as if I wasn't making progress. And I'm like, look, just every single day, just you don't have to try to make big changes. Just try to do something that will just improve you just by a little bit.
A little bit each day.
Yeah, just by a little bit.
Do you think it's about identifying them things that affect your routine?
Yeah, I mean, the more you can control those things.
What do you think the things are that the biggest things that will affect your routine? So you said sleep before, which I reckon is a massive one.
Sleep, stress, probably are the two main things that I'll say.
No, I said three.
What's the third?
You tell me third.
Diet.
I knew it. I was gonna say it, but I thought let you say it. Yeah,
because I think that controls your energy balance throughout the day as well. So that is
fucking men, bro.
That is huge as well to it. Yeah,
massive. I think sleep, diet would be the first two on my list.
Yeah,
because they go hand in hand with each other. If you eat shit, you sleep shit.
Yeah.
And you wake up no energy, so your routine goes to shit. And it's just a big bag of shit.
Yeah. So if your routine sucks,
you suck.
Maybe your sleep sucks. So then you got to fix your sleep or try to regulate your sleep. If it's not your sleep, then it's probably your diet. So you got to fix your diet and try to manage your diet properly. If it's not, then it's your stress. You got to try to. So obviously, all of these.
This fucking conversation is getting me stressed, bro.
So you have to.
This is giving me stress. This convo.
Oh, you got a lot of shit to freaking watch back and edit.
I know, an hour and a half today, bro.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
It's my birthday today, no? I'm 31.
What?
Yeah, 24.
No fucking way.
Huh? Crazy, isn't it?
Why are you telling me now, bro?
You know I don't like my birthday, so I just stay quiet.
Oh my god. To be fair, I'm like you as well, so yeah.